Andersen.
Alright, you guys, garage reorganization video starting now. I've already started moving stuff. I got transmissions. I'm gonna put the superchargers onto the table over there for now. I'm basically gonna be building a little workbench out of some supplies picked up from Home Depot last night. So Mike's here, gonna help, and yeah, gotta get this table out of the way, move these things over. Check back in a sec. All right, you guys, this spot cleared out. Superchargers moved over here. I don't know why they had to make these things so heavy, but it's okay. I also bought a wall hanging bolt storage that I'll put over here because we have collected quite the assortment of bolts. This whole bucket's full, this whole thing's full, there's a bunch in here, so yeah, just gotta get organized. I bought one for now, we might end up getting two. It's like the little 30 rack carriers from Harbor Freight. And then I'll show you guys materials, what we're gonna use. Basically chopped a 4x8 nice I think it's birch plywood board. We're gonna use that for the top, and then legs and 2x4s to basically sit it like a little shelf on the back wall there, and then we'll do some other bracing on the other beams that are already there. So got to get this table moved out. It did its job for being a free table that came with the house, but it's time to go. All right guys, so our plan is I want to still have this live over here underneath. We're just going to basically build on top of it. So that's like a little above 38 inches. We're going to measure to 40 and set this in place. So that will basically be our anchor for the back side of the base plate. If that'll fit. And then from there, set the board on top, and then we just got to build, like I said, the legs out of the 4x4 wherever we need to support. And then we can also put a piece of 2x4 on the back of these. I didn't even notice that these were just two 2x4s.
Yeah.
Screwed together. I thought they were 4x4s without looking at them before.
So we made a little hasted.
Yeah. But anyways, that's the plan. Pretty simple. It was like 115 bucks worth of supplies of wood, and easy to change later on if I want to put like a different top on it or something. So that's where it is, turning a mess into a little bit less of a mess. All right guys, got 2x4 up in the back. We just took the back 2x4 off of this. We're just gonna cut it basically in two pieces so we can set this down at the correct 40-inch mark, and then we'll take a little chunk off of the top and then just basically screw it back into the exact same spot that it was, just holding down the board on this. All right, you guys. Well, let me just put it like this. GoPros don't like the cold weather. I thought I recorded a lot more than I did. It just doesn't survive in the cold. And people that you guys have GoPros as well, you know, they just do not like the cold. They do not survive. You can have one that says 99% battery and it's in the cold and it'll go to 1% in like 5 seconds. It's so annoying. And it's so cold. If I charge this in the garage where I normally charge it, it'll go to 99 and I start using it and it will literally go to 1%. So I have to bring it inside to charge and then keep using it. So that's what I did. And in the meantime, we built our setup. You guys want to see? Here's what we have so far. Yeah, this is what we came up with. Nice and sturdy. Got 4x4 here for a little extra anchor, 2x4 piece right here. And we basically cut the back 2x4, cut a little section out of it to fit in between here. Is like a tight wedge for all three of these. And then our birch plywood board, we have a 8-foot piece going to here where the seam is, and then like a 27-inch piece for this last little square. I put up our little Harbor Freight 30 bin bolt tray, so I'm gonna get stuff loaded in there. I forgot I had these lights for the OGs in the channel. These were like home lights. I used to have these under our couch at our condo. for like movie nights and stuff. It was like a cool little vibe under the couch. And then they became garage lights, and I used to use them under the cars all the time at the old house. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to anchor them up above here, and it's going to give a lot of nice lighting when we're working over here. So I'll probably just use some double-sided tape. This is a smooth surface, so that'll hold nice and easy. And then I think I want to ask you guys about, because I'm still deciding and would like your guys' input for those that have built, you know, workbenches like this. This thing is plenty strong. And for everything, I'm not going to put like something crazy heavy on here. The most, you know, heavy items would be like, you know, if I set the superchargers up there and stuff, which we'll be able to hold no problem. But it's still plywood, and it can get nicked up, and, you know, you can gouge it fairly easily. So what I was kind of thinking about doing is putting a either sheet metal or some type of composite on top of it. From reading online, it sounds like if I can call like a local sheet metal fab shop, you know, I can get them to cut me a, you know, piece in the size that I want. And that might be the cheapest route. Or like, you know, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, those type of places have pre-cut like 24 by 48 sections of either galvanized steel or stainless steel, which aren't too expensive. This is, let me measure again, but I think it's like, it should be 10 feet and what was it? What did I say? 27 inches. So 8, 27. So 10 feet, 3 inches. That's what I need for all of this. So I think it'd be cool to put like a topper of some kind just to keep this in good shape. And then we have some extra pieces that if this gets too banged up at a certain point, we could just swap it out. That's kind of the plan behind it, was it's serviceable. So if I ever want to change it out, just pull the screws out, pull the piece out, go to Home Depot, get another piece cut in half, and we're good to go again. But most importantly, what this allows for is some organization. So I can get all these transmissions underneath here, and we can maximize the space between the lift and, you know, where I need to go to work. So I'm gonna clear and organize everything that's on that table. This table is gonna be the new kind of outside working table, or I'll let it sit in between here. I think I need to put the seats up in the little storage space up here for now, or I'll try to put them on one of these top spaces, but it's gonna be close. Maybe they'll fit up there. I'll try it. But yeah, at this point, I just gotta organize everything possible and try to get as much room in here as I can. It's an awesome space. I'm very grateful. It's way bigger than any garage I've ever had, but we got a lot of stuff, and it quickly got filled up as soon as we moved in, and it's become a, you know, puzzle to try to figure out what's the best way to really lay things out. I wish I had like a professional interior design crew to, you know, go through this with me and redo it all, but I don't. So I'm trying to design it as I see fit and try to be money efficient with it. Like I said, all the supplies to build this were like $115, and we got a few, you know, spare things to be able to use if we need. So that's that. Besides that, I'm gonna do one real quick job after I organize everything. There's our spare pieces, by the way. I want to put the battery charger on the C55. It's supposed to be super cold this week, and I haven't started up in a while, and I just don't like the battery getting like super flat. So I'm gonna put the battery charger on that. I'm gonna clear off this table so I can get it outside, and I'll just let you guys B-roll through the next few sections of the video, time lapse, and see how much progress we can make on a Sunday night. Go. The 5-speed is the lightest of all the transmissions. I don't really know why that is. It's the oldest, but it's the lightest. One less gear than the 6 speeds, maybe, but it feels much lighter. When are we putting this in the C36? Are we putting this in the C36? Or do I just go with the 6-speed that I know like the back of my hand? Or do we dive in to this classic dog-leg gear Getrag out of the Kazi and put it in the C36? I kind of want to adventure and use it. You guys vote down below. This transmission I got for free off of a forum post that was down in the Bay Area. And I believe it is out of a C230 with an M272. So I've kind of been hanging on to it. It has like 100,000 miles on it. Still in good shape, but haven't had a project to put it into. So someday. And this is a 6-speed with the inline housing that is going to be used on the M111K in the 190E. Okay, all 6 gearboxes laying in here. This is the shell from our buddy Patrick down in San Francisco, and all the guts are in there. Now that we got a nice place to work, that's a project that needs to go on the list for 2025. Actually, Mike has a set of car dollies that he doesn't want. So my plan, he has 4 of them. And then I'm going to pick up 2 more from Harbor Freight. And my plan is to put all these things on car dollies. They look like little, little plates with wheels on them. And that way, it's really easy to slide them in and out, pull them out if we need to, whatever. So it's kind of annoying putting them in like this because you gotta, anyways, they're kind of heavy working in low spots like that. So, but for now, they're in. Not too worried about it because once I get the car dollies, I'm gonna have to pull them all out and put them on them anyways. But here's our engine hoist, transmission lift, or a little jack, whatever. And then some M130K parts, and like I said, the gearbox parts for this. What I need to figure out to do is, where do I want the superchargers to live? Because they are absolute behemoths, and it's kind of annoying having them taking up a lot of space on the workbench. If I put them over here, it's fine. Still got enough space to work when we need to, and it's probably what's likely gonna happen because I don't know what other options I got. I don't really want to put them down low because they're so heavy. I could maybe. It would be awesome if the input shafts didn't stick out of the bell housings on these, because then I could set them all flat and it might be easier. What I could do is get a bunch of pieces of well, I could just put 2x4s honestly and then set them up that way they could stand straight up. I wonder how many I could fit like that. Anyways, I'm just thinking out loud, guys, sorry. But let's keep going, see what else I can do. Sneak preview for you guys. I picked out a radiator and fan for the 190E, and I also got some suspension for it. So we're gonna have a video update on this thing as soon as I get all of this organized, which is why we're doing it, because I just didn't want to dive back into this thing without having a clear mind and cleaned up garage and working space. So what's next? Let me open these doors up, get the charger on the CVT5 before I forget, before it gets too freaking cold outside, and then we'll keep going. Let's put this on the workbench too for now. Other thing I will also do, this is mounted out here. I'm gonna mount it to this one, and that way it's not in the way. That was so annoying, honestly. This is one of the most annoying things about the garage, having this out. I don't know why I just didn't move this in there before, but yeah, the wires would always just be getting in my way. I got like the phone charger on here, the GoPro charger, whatever plugs I have at the time, like vacuum right now. It just gets super annoying. So we'll put that over here, and that way I can probably have the wire for this plugged into here as well, so that we have 2 free outlets. I got to get a cover for this one. I'm literally just talking your guys' ear off. I'm sorry, guys. Let's just do this. All right, you guys, couple little jobs complete. Got the light in here. Mounted it up like so. I think I'm gonna put another power strip up here. I moved that one to the back. I have another one that has like a little flush mount plug for it. So I'll tuck this wire up, keep it plugged into that one up here, and then plug the power bank into that outlet right there. That way we'll keep this one in the middle free for whatever I need to plug in, you know, at any given time. And then this one will be more so just like set stuff that I know is going to be in here all the time. Chargers for stuff. I might even bring over all the little Milwaukee chargers. Maybe we'll put something down here instead with this outlet to make that stuff easy to charge right here. Maybe even over here actually, so it's out of the way of main working area. The whole idea is like, I used to use the top of the toolbox, you guys know, as just throwing everything on there. Now I can do that here and it's not gonna disrupt, you know, keeping the toolbox organized and everything else. And then this side of things will be just for whatever I got working at the moment. I got to decide where I'm going to put the vise. This is a much beefier one than our baby vise over there, which I've done a lot with that. That actually came from the rental house. Don't tell them, but it's an old Sears one. And yeah, nobody was using it over there, so I took it with us. Well, they're just sitting up here for now. This is one of the things that I want to get into, which is why I wanted to get organized so we can start trying to do some projects with this thing. I got a little exhaust project on the C55 that I want to attempt something with that, but yeah, little progress. Let me keep going. All right, guys, well, we're making a little bit of progress. Got the seats up there in the top corner, fit perfectly. I've been kind of moving things around. I shoved everything over here that needs to get either organized into the bins or back into the toolboxes, so that'll be my own job to do, sorting through. Just threw both the vices up there for now. I gotta figure out like a little bin to keep scrap metal in. And what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna actually use the extra pieces to build like maybe a little secondary shelf down here. It'll be kind of like a hidden shelf to just keep stuff like this, like all scrap metal and just flat stuff, you know, like flat piece of aluminum and other things that I'll use that are, you know, skinnier, flatter pieces. You can just keep them kind of hidden underneath here, so get a little more storage out of here. I noticed our middle beam, we cut it so tight, we kind of like hammered it in that it's kind of bowing up the middle section, but oh well, it's not gonna hurt anything. It's just a little tiny bit raised there in the center. I'm eventually gonna put these onto there, most likely. That's kind of seems inevitable, unless I do build that secondary shelf strong enough and I can slide them out of there, because that would be kind of a comfortable height to do that. Might be worthwhile to do. And then once these are off, I'll either leave this table in here in between to have as like kind of, you know, a movable workspace when I want it, or we'll slide it outside. It's a nice table though, so probably should stay in here. And yeah, besides that, I swept a little bit, and yeah, just trying to make things clean. Hung the painting up. Shout out to my boy Vasil. It's my brother. He actually intended for this painting to be this way, but years after the fact, he had given this to me. I noticed that when I put it this way, it formed L, V, and M. And shout out to my brother Luis, who has passed. But us three were like 3 peas in a pod for thankfully 10 years of friendship, basically, before our brother Luis passed. And this is a special painting to me, number one, because it's from my friend Vasil, but after Luis had passed, that's when I one day just turned it sideways and then noticed LVM. So we keep it for that reason and that orientation. So that'll hang out with me while I'm working. Just always a reminder of my brothers, my friendships, and just loved ones in general. So, you know, we'll try to decorate things as we go, make it my own style. Got my old album cover, has been hanging on the wall for a long time. in the background of all the videos really. But I think that's kind of where I'm gonna leave things, guys. Let's go put the charger on the C55. I never did that, and I'll close it out with my last thoughts and any other last little jobs we're gonna do here before I close it out. Right, guys, and I wasn't even recording. I thought I was, but just came out here, sensor lights on. This thing is so frozen. My key is not even unlocking it right now. The sky is absolutely beautiful. You guys can't see, but it's clear as ever. Stars all around. It looks like a full moon almost. Beautiful. But this is exactly why I want to put the charger on this thing. I do not like letting it run this flat. I mean, you should never do that to any car really, but a car like this, just sad to do that. So let's go ahead, manually unlock the trunk and get this charger thrown on here. If I could take apart my key. All right, here we go. Let's see, where are you? All right. Yeah, this thing is frozen. Oh, and I got my piece of 4x4 already in here. You guys can't see. Let me get a light. All right, now we got some light in here. Let's go ahead, set this up real quick. Let's get our charger. Dude, it is cold. My prediction, guys, it's gonna snow this week. I honestly am just getting that feeling. It hasn't snowed really all winter yet, except for one kind of like fluke snow in the morning over here. And I just have a sneaking suspicion that this is the week, because the lows are all saying that it could be in the 30s. And with the moisture we've been having, that is a recipe. Look how dead that thing is. All right, the life of having a small battery on this thing, and this water is already frozen on this thing. Anyways, there we go. Okay. Oh, I'm cold. This flashlight is freezing in my hands right now. My goodness. Okay. Well, I'm kind of freezing, guys. It's almost 10 o'clock. I got work in the morning. Still got to edit this video for you guys and come up with some plans for what we're doing the rest of the week. I kind of already know. You guys saw in the last video, we did all the maintenance on the M155. So now we're going to upload the new tune on it, and then take a look at a few other things, and then just have some fun with it. Take it out, enjoy it, and let you guys come along for the ride. And then Friday, depending on the weather this week, if my snow prediction comes true, then everything's going to be out the window. But I've been trying to put together a C36 versus C43 comparison video. Which one is better? What are my overall thoughts now that I've had both of them for long enough to give you guys, you know, my true opinions on them, and just get some nice driving time with both of them. My commute is good enough to work back and forth now that I can, you know, get good footage on the way to work and on the way back for a driving comparison and my feel and thoughts about it. So we'll have something like that in the works. And the other things, since we got room to work now, is I would like to, like I said, start diving into trying to put that manual gearbox back together with the bucket of parts over there, and then also getting this thing cleaned up and just kind of go through it. Check oil pan and stuff for leaks, reseal if I need to. Again, I don't know, maybe check bearings and stuff while we're in there, and just get it kind of cleaned up and reassembled, because that's kind of my thoughts with it. I would like to just run it. We have all the parts to run it. We have a supercharger. Just slap it back together, make it a complete unit again, and that way it's ready for whatever comes along. And yeah, it would just be cool to have it kind of done, and you know, peace of mind with knowing it's good to go whenever project comes along for it. Don't know when it is, but someday. hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you're as excited as I am to have an actual good working space now and be able to be a little more organized around here, because it was getting chaotic. Ever since we got the lift in, it just started like a project with the manual swap CLK 550, and then just doing other stuff in between. It got too much, and my brain didn't have space to really think about what I was doing in here properly. So also the owner CLK 550 got it back and was able to take it for a rip, and even brought his dad along, and they said they both are madly in love with it. Had a blast, and that made my weekend right there to hear that from them. So shout out to you, Felipe. Thanks for just believing in me again, and I can't wait to hear more about your guys' adventures with the beautiful Vert. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekends, and hope you're not freezing like I am right now. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.